In the industrial construction industry, ethical and policy violations cost contractors, owner-operators, and the company millions of dollars. At Matrix Service Company, our dedicated legal and HR personnel investigate these issues. These are their stories.
Hello, Matrix. I'm Mark Fillman, Vice President of Operations for AST Specialty Vessels and MAT. Today I would like to discuss with you a topic concerning compliance with our travel and entertainment policy. Travel and entertainment expenses are the most heavily abused and an area in our business with the most frequent theft. It all may seem small, a free meal here or a tank of gas there. What is the big deal? Bottom line, just as we heard it from our parents as kids, and I'm sure those of us with kids have told our own children, stealing is stealing. While yes, a personal meal by an employee taking their family out to dinner is not going to have a meaningful impact to the company, the cumulative effect from many people or one person who gets into the habit of theft can cause a significant impact to our bottom line and the culture of our organization. Let me tell you about an incident that resulted in a significant loss to the company. A business development director over the course of almost 4 years traveled across the U.S. documenting that he had entertained high-level employees from a variety of outstanding companies, taking them out to expensive restaurants and entertainment, and treating himself to lavish hotels, often 5 stars. His expense reports and stories indicated he was a hard-working employee, traveling to conduct business almost every week while sacrificing time away from his family in order to obtain new business for Matrix. One day, a supervisor reviewing his expense reports noticed something suspicious, and the compliance department was contacted. Compliance determined the expense report contained meals with false attendees, and the charges were personal and not related to actual business travel. The supervisor of the employee voiced his concern to this employee. Without asking for any details or expressing any concerns or regret, the employee calmly stated that he was resigning and left. He obviously knew what he had done, and later we learned he knew what we would find as the investigation continued. The investigation determined this employee executed an expense fraud scheme during his entire 4-year employment at Matrix, including using his corporate credit card to purchase entire trips, including airfare, expensive meals, lavish hotels, and car rentals, which were documented as business trips but were entirely personal. This also included attending a meeting for a couple of hours, then stretching the trip over 5 days to see the sights and enjoy all at Matrix expense. This included flying places to attend professional sporting events with just his family, flying to New York City while staying several days, including purchasing tickets to Broadway plays, flying to other states, personal transactions, etc., and listing attendees as business contacts, many of which hadn't spoke to our employee in over 20 years. The amount of fraud likely exceeded $100,000, not to mention the fact that Matrix missed out on a sales director actually trying to seek business for us over this 4+ years. Additionally, during the investigation, we learned that another Matrix employee who knew this employee before he was employed at Matrix was aware he was fired for similar inappropriate activity at his previous employer, but did not let anyone at Matrix know. How did he do it for so long here at Matrix? It was a combination of factors. First, he was required to travel for his job, so he knew if he exploited the trust of his management, who initially did not properly review or question his expenses, he could get away with this theft. He documented attendees at each meal and entertainment, although most were false, both inside and outside of Matrix. He provided poor documentation for the purpose of his trips, spread the expenses of each trip over numerous expense reports. He split the expense reports in an intentionally confusing manner, and again, he was aided by expense report approvers who were too trusting and did not verify. While we have continued to improve our systems and processes to help identify such activity earlier on, managers are the front line of defense. Expense report data entered by employees must be accurate and submitted timely. Approvers are expected to review expense reports, the embedded comments, necessity and purpose of travel, question employees, and raise suspicion to the compliance officer or global compliance manager immediately. Thank you for listening to this incident and everything you do to live our culture of integrity and make Matrix a great place to work. Stay safe, Matrix, and remember, if you see something, say something.